Hello, everybody. Good evening. Don't mind me. Just using my dried pear, my dehydrated pear, to stir my gin. My pear gin, as a matter of fact. Hello. Happy Wednesday evening. Feel like I haven't been on and done a Wednesday live thing with the distiller for ages. So if that's factually correct, I'm sorry about that. I am just waiting. Who's on? What we drinking? What are we having? Because I'm streaming live online. Listen to my voice. On all the Sip and Share pages and on SP8 Gin page. Now, an alert is going to come up to lovely Peter and the team that I'm live on their page. And as is the way technology goes, you know, they make their beautiful gin in like a really rural shed in parts of, well, I say shed, proper distillery, in parts of Yorkshire. They've probably got no signal, so I'm waiting for them to join me. But whilst I'm waiting, should I show you? Look at this. Hi, Kate and Colin. Hi, friends. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, members. How are we? This is going to come up in our membership group at some point soon. That's all I can say about this pear gin. Oh, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look, I'm using my Fruitanicals dehydrated giant slice of garnish. So tonight we are chatting to Peter and Dan. I think Dan is the son-in-law. Oh, weekend. Nice. From SP8 Gin up in Yorkshire way. Oh, look, I've got a Mediterranean tonic with it. I'm on Mediterranean tonight. From Shibden Valley. Oh, I think I read that quote the other day. Small batch craft gin. This is one of their range. They've got an entire family of gin. If you go onto their beautiful website, it's got a really lovely kind of cottage cartoon. It's not a cartoon. What's the better word than cartoon? A cottage kind of beautiful piece of art on the front cover of their website, and it will tell you all about their different gins. But the one we're going to be chatting tonight, I'm going to get to know the distiller chatting about, is pear gin. Oh, they're here now. They can see me. They can see me and hear me, but hi, Peter and the team, Peter and Dan. Hi. So I'm going to let you on and just tell it to everybody. Do not panic. The people that make the beautiful fruit nectar have arrived. And in a classic, I was watching then. You lot can't see this. I was watching. It was like watching your dad learn how to use FaceTime for the first time. They had like two screens going on. Are we sorted now? Do we know what we're doing? Are we safe?
Yes.
Oh, we have audio, we have visual, and we have gin. Yes. How are we both?
We're very, very good, thank you, Kate. Sorry about the visual side of things. My partner's got a new haircut.
Growing to a point of.
Is that your lockdown haircut? Did you get it?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
So nice to meet you, gents. Thank you for letting me stream on your pages. Look at us, Peter. We sorted out the technology side of things as well. Like a dream team, the three of us.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can't achieve. Hey, look, you'll like this. I'm using a forged in Wakefield glass, so I'm in the same region, and I'm using a Fruitanicals pear.
Okay.
To stir my pear gin. All over this. I'm all over this. What I'm doing. Right, folks. Introduce yourself for us. Tell us who we are, what we're making, what we're doing. Where are we?
Okay, so good evening, everybody. I'm Pete. This is Danny. We are SP8 Gin. We're both distillers. We've built this thing together along with rest of our family: Victoria, Angie, Kelly, Simon. It's been a real fun day for us.
Did you all get on beautifully well from the beginning?
No, not really.
I'm glad we're just clear on that, but like I don't want to shatter the dream of working in a family business. You know, it's all harmonious. So when did we start building this? Dance like that.
So if we, I think just to give you some history, we started, we officially launched in July last year. So we've not been going that long, but we received our still in January of that year, and then it took us a while to work out actually what to do with it. But in the meantime, we've been developing our recipes. We've been on a number of courses. We'd selected our botanicals, you know, who was going to supply them. There was all that research to take place, and we started on our little test still. As you can see that. So we do everything on here, Kate, before we scale it up. And I think,
have you had a tidy up? Is it always that neat and tidy back there?
Yeah, I've got OCD. I'm really.
Yeah.
Really annoying.
That's why you make good stuff like this, though, is like attention to detail, and you care about it. So we've got a lovely little copper still. Did you name her? What was the name? She got a name.
Well, we didn't actually name the little still, but we named the big still after my mum Barbara. So, which is down the other end of the distillery. So you can see that. Whatever. So it's down.
Oh, that's bloody hell! That's one big shed.
Well,
when you talk about being in the gin shed on Instagram and things, we're expecting a little shack.
I think yeah, what we decided to do, Kate, was okay. We give you a bit of a tour, if that's okay. We shall walk you through some of our processes and how we start.
I can relax. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this. Look at this as a treat on a Wednesday, everybody. Right, show us.
So this is our still. It's called Barbara. It's 100 litre still. So stainless steel kettle, and it goes into a column still, which we ended up having to make this because the gin basket that actually comes is only tiny, and for our signature gin, you need the full height of that to get all the botanicals in. So we basically use our gin. So then it carries on up. Oh, so this is actually an extension onto the shed. I built a little clock tower. It's a bit dark up there to put the hoist in, so we can hoist the when we break the. Well, so when we get into here, that's up there in the neck. Can't really see. But yeah, I can just see.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you. We can hear you properly now. It was going a bit.
Right.
So we bought a still. We did a still extension, did we?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
The original shed wouldn't fit the still in, so yeah. So it's basically had 3 extensions. This shed. It used to be Pete's man cave.
Right.
3 years ago, before we started. So now, yeah, these are some of our botanicals. So when we're doing this testing, these are all those botanicals. So our signature gin, which is that one. You see?
Oh yeah, hold it up.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, that's our signature, which is a floral gin. And it's got a picture of, so it's got a little picture of our distillery on the outside, and then inside on the back label, it's got a picture of.
Oh, nice.
So the more you drink, more you can see the label. So that's the
nice.
So
yeah. An award last year or this year?
Yeah, it won. Can you see that?
Yes.
Where is it gone?
Yeah, please. Got you.
So yeah, that actually won gold.
Very good.
Our rhubarb gin, that gum highly commended.
Nice. Well, look at the colour of that.
What, sorry?
I was just saying, look at the colour of that.
Oh yeah, so we get its colour from macerating the fruit, compounding.
Yeah.
I'll show you that in a bit.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, go on, man.
Yeah, so our signature gin, because like the market's flooded with a lot of London dry gins and traditional gins, we wanted something a little bit different. So yeah, we wanted to create a floral gin because outside is well, in summertime it's a beautiful floral garden. So that's why our signature gin, we wanted to recreate that in a bottle.
Right.
So yeah, there's hibiscus flowers, elderberries, lavender, rosemary, a little bit of birch leaves, lemon peel. And we've tried to keep the angelica root as little as possible because we don't like the yak on the back of the tongue too much, like London dry. And then to finish off, cola nuts. It just gives that little bit of sweetness.
What? What are they called?
Cola nuts.
Cola.
Yeah, but they're nuts.
Come on, lift the lid. Lift
Yeah.
the lid. What do they smell like?
They don't smell the best, but they taste nice once you've distilled it. You see. So
I have never heard of cola nuts. There's one
no,
probably every person.
not many people have.
It's our secret recipe.
Yeah, so that's
Don't tell anyone.
so that's so 12 botanicals or 13 with the juniper, and we always buy medical grade botanicals. We always buy medical grade botanicals because then that we can we've experimented with cheaper botanicals, and yeah, it's amazing the difference in the quality.
It's a weird phrase, Dan. Medical grade botanicals, but as the expert, I'm trusting that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, in science, all like a lot of medicines that we all take, they're always come from a natural product.
Right. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So we're just using them. Yeah, botanicals to.
All right. So we've got floral. Is it called? Is it called your signature?
Yeah, that's our signature gin.
Floral signature. All right.
Floral signature.
The rest of the family now. I want to see everyone.
And then so the next one we did was a rhubarb because we had so many people asking for a rhubarb.
Yeah.
And that was quite straightforward because rhubarb is such a strong, punchy flavour. We mastered that relatively fast.
So when did the rhubarb come out?
I suppose.
Was it July?
Yeah.
So around July last year, okay.
Yeah.
Quite quickly after your first one.
Yeah, so that we tried because there's other rhubarbs on the market. So we were trying to aim to get it better than that. So we have converted quite a lot of people to our rhubarb.
Yeah.
From other.
You're proud of that.
Yeah. And we've converted people that don't even like gin. One of Peter's good friends, ex-rugby player, pro, like beer drinker, don't touch gin, and we managed to get him really drunk on this one night, and everything. He loves it.
I was going to say, there's getting really drunk on it, and then there's loving it. So I'm glad you say you got really drunk on it, and he loves it as well. Nice. All right. So signature and rhubarb. Who's next?
And then I want to do a bilberry gin because
I love this one. I've tasted this one. I haven't had it in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bilberries. So where we are positioned in Halifax, we're on top of the valley called Shibden Valley. And as a child, I used to get dragged along with my mum and my sisters to pick bilberries in the summer holidays, which I did.
Every fun summer holiday activity. I might do this with my kids.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then there and after, we had bilberry pie every Sunday, for pudding. So I thought I might as well do a bilberry gin to.
Oh, so you hadn't had enough of it. You weren't like, well,
no.
it out. You were like, bilberries, I love them. I'm committed to them. I know.
That's it. There's not many pure bilberry gins out there.
Yeah, I had never heard of it. I didn't know what a bilberry was. Oh, look, Angela was saying my mum used to make bilberry pie.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Who knew?
Yeah. So yeah, they're a beautiful little berry. Really, really strong taste. So I thought it's got to work well in gin because you need a strong berry, to get the taste out of it. So yeah, that were our next one. And yeah, we get a lot of people buy it locally. The local shop sells quite a lot of that.
All those kids all those grown adults at the same age as you were when you were 8, with thorny hands dragging around the bushes, and now all drinking your bilberry gin.
Yeah. What's that, Peter?
Well, we need to explain about the Shibden Hall.
Oh, right. So the next one, the next one's huckleberry, but before that,
so nice.
The Shibden. So the Shibden. So like when you were talking about the pear last week, it says Shibden Valley on it. That is because less than a mile from us, there is Shibden Hall. Yep. And that's where Anne Lister lived. Anne Lister.
This was the discussion of who's Anne Lister. Somebody sent me the overview, and I was like, I love Anne Lister. Didn't know anything about her. So,
Yeah. So since the HBO series of Gentleman Jack, you know what's been on
okay, heard of it, seen it.
So Gentleman Jack is filmed at the Shibden Hall and the surrounding area around here. So so we contacted them at the Shibden Hall and asked them, would you like us to do a gin for you? Which they absolutely jumped at the chance.
Yes.
Well, we'll create a label for you. So yeah, if you can, like I say, you've got it on your pair, haven't you? But there's a picture of the Shibden Hall in the background.
Oh, nice. I get
And a famous quote from Anne Lister,
you. And Lister.
because she's highly regarded as the first lesbian in history. So
Yeah.
she has a lot of following around the world. So that's the reason why we decided to do a huckleberry.
I'd never even heard of a huckleberry, you know. I feel so like naive to the Yorkshire bushes. I didn't even know what a huckleberry was.
So like Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So in America, like it's a common word. Huckleberry is a Native American blueberry, you know, a wild blueberry.
Okay.
So that's why we decided to call it huckleberry because of the HBO series. They'd had an influx of 400% more tourists coming to the Shibden Hall in the last couple of years, and predominantly there were Americans coming over.
400,000 last year.
400,000 last year.
And Pete, did you sell a bottle to every one of them?
I wish.
Yeah.
That's
We only launched it. I think it was last November.
Yeah.
So and then of course we got through Christmas, did a couple of markets and fairs down there, but we were due to be involved in a really big Anlister celebration, and then COVID hit us, so we've had to park it. But Danny's in the middle of making a showcase for their gift shop, and they're going to stock the full Shibden range, which we put together. So
excellent. So we tapped into the American market there. I like that. We're looking nice and beautiful and British and English and cute at countryside, and we smack you with a huckleberry. Okay, good, love it.
That's it. So and then so that's the huckleberry, and then as far as fifth flavour is the pear, which
I love. The more I drink it, the more I love it.
Yeah, this is my new favourite now.
Is it?
Which I think, one, because it tastes nice, and two, because it's taken so much work to make it taste right. So many times it, and then it's what, sorry?
Pete has said every time we've spoken, I love the pear, it's going really well. Takes bloody ages and it's really hard work, but I really love it. So I got the vibe. Quite a lot of work gone into this pear. Yeah,
so we're getting a lot of good feedback. A lot of people are saying it's their new favourite as well. So hopefully, it's so far it's still been making the bottles they're selling out, especially at our local shop, which is like our flagship store. A guy called Johnny, he sells a hell of a lot of our gin. We've just completed an order today for him, haven't we?
Yes.
So.
Well, I am very much hoping, and I need to figure out my timings, but that we can introduce the Sip and Share audience to all of the SP8 Gin collection over the next few months. Yeah. Maybe start with pear, because I have had a few messages about it. Oh, someone's asking a question. Actually, tell us about, Dan, tell us about how you make the pear. Because someone's saying, is there vanilla in the pear gin?
There is, yes. There's just one, because we use, where have they gone?
What are you looking for, the pods?
Oh yeah, so vanilla pods, the Madagascan vanilla pods, really expensive. So we just tried experimenting with just one vanilla pod per run, and we found that it's enough.
Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God!
Yeah. So yeah, it's amazing how strong vanilla is. So one vanilla pod, just one full banana. In there. This is all the experiment, because over the 18 months of trying to perfect the pear, what we found is we were getting a taste and then like we leave it to mature just to see how it fares. Because we try and keep us alcohol at 40% or above. We found that 40% is really good with our fruit gins, and our signature's 42. But yeah, you need the right amount of alcohol for the amount of oils you have, the essences, the botanicals that come over.
Yeah.
So you need enough volume of alcohol for all the botanicals to sit inside there, and they've all got to find the place. So that's why we always mature our gins to see how they go. So like the huckleberry, the longer you leave that, the better it tastes, we found.
So which takes out of the family now? So a lady called Joe, or somebody called Joe, hi Joe, is asking how long does it take? So how long does a pear take from start to?
Right, so the actual run, so if we did a 40-litre run,
we've done one today actually.
So, yeah,
and it took to do the 40-litre run today. It took 5 hours.
Okay, so are you now at the stage with regards to the pear that you can, and excuse naivety here, you can kind of put everything in, and then 5 hours later, out comes this. The duration of time has been the testing. Is that what they're getting it right?
So we macerate the pear first in our neutral grain spirit before it goes into the still. So basically, the alcohol will take on the flavour of the pear before we run it through the still, and then after that, once we've done all them ingredients through, so that's vapor infused then through the still, and then after that, then we'll put it in as vats, which you see that's where we store as gin in them 6 vats. So that's got fruit in as well, and then we store them for at least 2 weeks. So
right.
It takes on the flavour more of the pear and the colour. So these are like the experiments we've been doing. So like that one there, see if you can, that's a room.
Everybody wants to come for a day in your shed, don't they now?
You're welcome. Anytime, you're welcome to come and have
so say that, Pete. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's in there?
So that's force grown rhubarb. So you get a really red colour from that after you've macerated it. Whereas where this is naturally grown rhubarb, it's a bit dark on the camera, you can't really see. So that's a much darker colour.
Yeah.
They just look really horrible colours on camera.
The colour's slightly out, we know that. I can see you later, we know it's not.
So like that, the longer you leave it, so there, if you were to drink that, it's almost like a gin liqueur, really, almost like a syrup. So that's why we just leave them a couple of weeks in the vats. So yeah, so the initial running the still is like 5 hours, but then let them mature for at least 2 weeks to get the more of a taste of the pear inside.
And those are the orders that are going out tomorrow. Okay, they're just some orders that we've taken over the last couple of hours. So.
Just get a Sharpie, Pete, and put my initials against the front one. Like 1, 2, 3. I don't suppose you've built any accommodation at the end of your garden shed, have you? You know, I can
we'll show you this bit now. We will just move on to the extension.
So like,
oh my God, is that a chandelier?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
designed by ladies.
Yeah. So basically, this is where the shed used to end.
Right.
And then when the first lockdown came, I convinced Peter to get rid of his. Out there used to be the outside, and there used to be a hot tub. So when the lockdown happened, we said like, we need to sort of future-proof the business so we can stay in the shed as long as possible if we end up growing. So we sold the hot tub, and then.
Oh, Pete, how was that?
It was worth it.
Yeah. All right then.
When you see what we've produced, it was worth it.
So I convinced him. So we sat on some decking, and there was a bit of a void underneath the decking. So I said to Pete, we'll dig down and get rid of the topsoil until we get to something solid. So we started to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. And we eventually got 2 meters down. And we decided that's enough. So instead of having a little shed, we've ended up having a 2-story
two-story extension into a shed. So now to try and create as much storage for future.
Yeah.
So the original shed is where the distillery all happens, and then up the stairs into there is where the production's going to be. So where all the bottling, labelling, and all that.
We'll show you up here first, Kate, if that's okay.
I reckon I can get a sleeping bag under that desk.
So if you look at the floor, Danny designed the floor from Tree House Masters. He made that out of planks, believe it or not.
Look at you go. Anything you guys can't do. I feel like you spend a lot of time down here.
yeah. And then the girls insisted on having a stained glass window, which you can't really see.
Wow. And a chandelier and a big bit of wood.
Yeah, chandeliers are next to the little gem of gin. So the idea is a beautiful, sparkling gin coming out of a rough shed. That's all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's why. And then Peter and Anne has an apartment over in Scarborough. So that's the reason there's a crab net on the roof, lobster pot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, get it. Little reference.
And then, because Peter's a bit OCD, well, very OCD.
Organised.
Yeah, so I mean, shelves in there, but it doesn't like all to be on the show, so I have to make it it's a folding out table.
Has someone got their hand over the microphone? We lost. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sound went a bit dodgy.
All right, so this is like an ongoing process, really. When I have a little bit of spare time from working, I get back down here and do a bit more to try and complete it, try and keep Peter happy.
Well, it's incredibly impressive. Oh, I like your little mini sets. I mean, I've enjoyed these mini sets, and I'm getting messages, Pete. I'm getting messages as we speak, about getting your products to my Sip and Share members. So I'm going to sort it out. I'll sort it out over the next couple of days. Yes, you will. Yes, you.
Right, well, we've started the Christmas push now. We've started delivering the gift packs. We've done loads. The girls are in full production putting those together. So the Christmas baubles, we're doing hampers. There's all sorts of things going on from the Christmas side of things.
Oh, look at them!
A lot of them are only local delivery because they don't travel well. Some of them. So
I know. That's what I'm thinking about. So in terms of what we can offer to the Sip and Share members, can we put that mini tasting pack on?
Oh yeah, that's on our website.
Right.
Anything in the bottle, we ship all over the place already. It's just some of the things, like the Christmas baubles are a little bit vulnerable, so they do fall apart if you're not careful with them. They're not postman proof.
The sound keeps going a tiny bit dodgy. You sound like you're trapped in a gin bottle a few times. Okay, so I'm going to speak to the members tonight and let's see which flavour. I might put a link to your website and ask them which flavour they want first, and then let's get some of that gorgeous sparkly stuff sold to my gin addict gang.
So to carry on with the tour of the shed.
Yeah.
Hard with this.
Excuse me, Phil.
Yeah. So under here,
That wasn't what I was expecting you to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So this, we go 2 meters down.
That's good.
For now, so we've tried to create as much storage as we possibly could.
What do you want?
Yeah, and then it's just.
Oh.
So all our bottles, you can keep all those bottles down here, all the packaging, Fever Tree tonic.
Yeah.
And then that just goes down there, and that were a bit more storage. But it was really hard because up here, that's a walkway into Peter's house and some steps, and he was adamant that he didn't want them disturbed, so we had to do it dig it all out from underneath and you know, support all the steps.
Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I think I saw. How long ago did you do this?
During the lockdown.
Yeah, I was going to say I saw some stuff on Instagram, I think, and Facebook of you doing it.
So yeah, and then yeah, just that's how it's fresh fruit inside the pear. Yeah, so that's when. So we'll get a batch of pear, put it in neutral grain spirit, and then leave that. And keep as neutral grain spirit in them IBCs. And yeah, so just try to future-proof it.
This is one. Somebody's asking me. Leslie's asking me why am I ducking? I think I must have ducked when you went down the stairs. So it's ultimate empathy in case you bang your head. I don't want to bang my head either. That is like a TARDIS. That is quite phenomenal. And yeah, worth the sacrifice. I mean, it's a different sort of sacrifice, right, Pete, compared to a hot tub.
Yeah, it wasn't saying that when we were digging it out. It really 17 days it took to dig out. 45 ton of soil we dug out.
Oh my life! Oh, Tony's commented.
Oh yeah,
Kate, I am the beer drinking player converted to rhubarb gin. Yes, Tony. Still remember the night they did their first run. Not because you drank too much. Was he one of your first tasters?
Yeah, well. Yeah.
I don't know if you know, Kate, as well. There's a really iconic location in the centre of Halifax called the Peace Hall, and it's like a very small Covent Garden, and it's got loads of heritage behind it. And we've just actually done. I don't know if you can see. We've done a label for them as well. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, the Peace Hall. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they call it the.
It used to be the Halifax Wool Exchange where they used to trade cloth and things like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
So have they commissioned that that I guess that's commissioned a new gin, have they? That's your regular part of your
gin. We've just created a label for them. So we've had such good support from the people around Halifax. It's been really good.
So the next thing to add then is kind of like a little Airbnb. I can get, when we're allowed, I can get a group of 6 of us together, and you could basically just lock us in. I mean, I don't know what would happen. I don't know how it would go, but we would have a wonderful time. So what's next on the list then? I mean, are we focused on the pear? You mentioned liqueur. You kind of joked about liqueurs when you were looking at some of that fruit. What's on the horizon? Is there anything on the horizon just yet?
Well, I think we wanted to do something for Christmas, but we should have started that around July. So next year we'll definitely look at a Christmas gin, but we've talked about a pink gin.
Okay.
We've got some connections with a guy that sells strawberries to the supermarkets and raspberries. So we may go down that route, but Danny is kind of the guy who tinkers on the still. So we'll, as a family, we'll come up with the next gin and then work it out. My wife does all the testing.
Yeah, yes.
A really fantastic palate. She really has.
I agree.
Victoria around the design side of things. So between Danny and my wife Angie, they kind of say the man from Del Monte says yes when it's ready. So it works really well indeed. So
it's an amazing setup that you've got there. It's really, really impressive. And I mean, I bet it's. Are we arguing? Oh, you two seem like you get on pretty well. I can't imagine a crossword between you, to be honest.
Yeah, but the only time I fall out is when the women come down again.
Yeah, well, women are a nightmare, so don't let them in. They'll just drink. They'll drink the supplies and pop chandelier.
But it is a team effort, Kate. We need all the skills from everybody to do what we do.
And I looked on your beautiful website. I love the artwork of the property that's on the front of the website. I thought it was really, really, really beautiful. And then I went to Meet the Family. I'm on the Meet the Family section, and I was genuinely expecting to see the family of gins, because when I talk about show me the family, that's what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh my God, I've got a daughter-in-law, I've got a son-in-law, I've got a wife, I've got a daughter. Yeah, I loved it. It was a really nice thing to see. It fits really nicely with everything you're doing. So
Yep.
Well done on this pear gin. I have sent out, well, put it this way, I've only been allowed to have a couple myself, and I've sent it out on so many gin swaps to people going, can I have a bit of that pear gin that you got sent? I was like, yeah, okay then, fine. And it's been very well received. So I will scour. I know, Peter, you've kindly said to me before, okay, you do what you want to do and then you tell me when you've done it and you sort it out. Dan, I'm trusting that you'll trust me and let me do what I need to do to get some more sales for this beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Who's going to say no to that? Absolutely nobody. So I will, all the Fruitanicals team are watching. Hi, Fruitanicals.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
And someone's trying the pear gin sample right now. Good, I'm glad. So I will get this out to some members because I have already had some messages saying, can you get us some pear gin? Like it's some sort of deal, like I'm doing sort of smuggling of pear gin around the country situation.
Yeah, we do the little miniatures now as well, look.
Oh, we got a mini pear?
Yeah, that's the mini pear.
Oh, is that in the set or not yet?
It can be. It can be. We can mix and match the set. We're just going through a new design, but these miniatures are flying out. So
awesome. So I'll tell you what I could do. I could put the mini. Well, here's a question rather than an instruction. I could put the mini set on my shop, but ask people for members and say you could give them the list of the minis and say they could pick 4. Would that work? And they could put it on.
It does work because the box is a 4-box, but we've got 5 gins. So
perfect.
So we would suggest dropping either the huckleberry or the bilberry and adding the pear. But it's down to people's preference, isn't it? So.
Oh, do you know what they could do? They could just buy 2 boxes and get over themselves, couldn't they? They could stop worrying about it and buy more stuff. All right.
Okay.
We'll get on to it. Thank you so much for the tour of the distillery. That was really, really special. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I know everybody else did too. So we will look forward to tasting this stuff. And I don't think this will be the last we will hear of the SP8 Gin team anytime soon. All right. Thanks, team. Have a nice evening. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Guys, bye-bye.